What's going on, YouTube? So we're back at you. We're gonna be starting to work on the cab now. It's been super hot the past couple days, so I haven't really been doing much with the restoration. But yeah, I'll show you what we're gonna be doing tonight. So it kind of cooled off a little bit, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so what we're gonna be working on first is this back piece. We're gonna be cutting that out. I might lift the cab up a little bit just to make it a little bit easier to access. But we're gonna get that all cut out and whatnot. And then we'll be, I got the passenger floor pan in, so we're gonna get that all marked out and cut out that and see what we're working with. And then we might fit that passenger side floor pan up, but I don't have a MIG welder right now. I only got a stick welder, and I'm not going to be stick welding it, so I'm going to have to wait until one of my buddies can lend me their welder. So yeah, that's the plan for right now. We'll get this all cut out. We'll get this long back piece all cut out, and then probably this piece cut out as well. So yeah, that's what we're looking like, so stay tuned. So my plans for this is I'm gonna obviously cut it out on the line. I'm gonna throw some tape on it because obviously it's just a rough line. But as you can tell, there's a little divot right here, and I'm just gonna throw a flat sheet from about that line all the way down. I don't think this little divot matters. Nobody's gonna see it. So I'm just gonna patch it with a flat sheet, get rid of that rust. And then for this, I'm just gonna cut it out about right on that line as well. And then probably just throw a flat sheet on here as well. The only problem I'm gonna have is it dips down right here. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do for that. I might be able to bend the metal I have a little bit to make it work, but I don't know. But obviously this will be a separate sheet than this, so I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put like a, I don't know, 3/8 piece of metal in there and then just keep it all flat, because I mean still nobody's gonna see it, and it'll obviously be welded all the way around. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna start cutting it out. So we got that all cut out back here. Tried getting it as straight as I could. Here's the cutouts of it. And now I'm gonna be cutting out this piece, and then I will actually I'm gonna make a template of this piece first, that way I have the shape and everything, and then I'll cut it out. And then the metal I'm gonna be using is just this stuff right here. It's just the same thickness as the floor pans and everything else, same stuff that I just cut out. So now I'm just gonna be cleaning up this, getting it all down to bare metal. And then I'll probably give it a little spray with some primer. And yeah, and then make a template of that and cut it out. All right, guys, so I got all that pretty cleaned up to the best I really could, I guess. And I got this marked out with tape, and we're gonna get cutting this out. And really all I'm gonna do is just kind of make a little groove all the way down to follow, and then I'll start cutting it out. And then once I get that cut out, there's obviously a bunch of spot welds through here, right there. A lot of them are rusted out, but then you got to come back through with the sanding pad and grind out those spot welds. And that's what I had to do with that. Obviously all of these were spot welds all the way down about every 1.5 inches. So yeah, that's basically the process. And then once I get that cut out, I'll clean it up just like I did that, and then we'll start measuring stuff out to be cut out of that sheet over there. I'll probably have to do two sheets for this, probably do it right in the middle, and then obviously one little piece for that. So yeah, that's what we're looking like right now. Got it all cut out. As you can see, there's some like seam sealer caulk stuff. I'm gonna be getting all that out of there, grinding it all up just like that, and then we will start marking our stuff out on there. So got it all cleaned up and sprayed it with a little bit of a light coat of primer. And when I go to weld it on there, obviously I'll grind down the little spots where I need a spot weld, but I think it's good to just have some primer on there, just so you know what's underneath all that, you know. But yeah, that's what we're looking like. I'm gonna start marking stuff out on here, and yeah, should be good to go. So here we go, guys. Got that piece cut out. I'm probably just going to end up overlapping these back here, just to make it a little bit easier on me, and for the most part people aren't gonna see it, and if they do, I mean, it'll be blended in with filler, so it shouldn't look too bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna overlap these ones back here for sure, but I'll probably end up overlapping a little bit for the floor pans, but for these I'll probably butt right up, take my time, cab corner, butt it right up. I don't know, we'll see. We'll make it work though, for sure. But we're chipping away little by little. What's going on, guys? So we're back out in the garage tonight. It's probably been a day or so since you last seen me. So what we're doing is we're about to start mocking this stuff up and get it all welded up. So I'll show you what we're working with. So we got our pieces all primed up. We only got one of these pieces cut so far. And we'll just measure what we need for the other piece, but we'll get these clamped up the best we can. So I got it all clamped up, some vice grips. I marked about every, I don't know, inch and a half, 2 inches all the way down on the bottom. That's gonna be my plug welds. I'm gonna drill holes through there. And then I just threw a line on top of there, so when I pull it off, I can just hit it lightly with a grinder. And yeah. We're gonna be using a 3/16 drill bit for the plug hole welds. So I have this all mocked up, ready to go. Now I'm gonna tune this welder in, make sure I'm not gonna be blowing through that. I got 2 little pieces, gonna see if I can get it tuned up to run a lap joint on there. Just like that. So yeah, that's the next step, and once we get that tuned in, we'll be over here tacking it in. That's probably when I'll see you next. So we got all the plug welds welded, and we got it all tacked up on top. That'll all get welded solid. It's gonna take forever because I don't want it to get too hot and warp and whatnot. So yeah, I think next up is mount this side piece over here, trim it up and whatnot, and get that tacked up, and then cut the piece that needs to fit in between there, and then tack that up, and then we'll just be welding. So yeah, so we got this all mocked up, got the plug hole or the plug weld holes drilled, and yeah, I think we're about ready to tack it up. It ain't gonna look perfect, but when it's on there, I can kind of tap some things around and grind some stuff down, just make it look the best I can. That's the only really big issue I'm gonna have, is filling that and not blowing through anything. So yeah, we'll get that tacked on, then we'll see what we can do about that. So here we go, guys. Got all those plug welds done. Got it tacked up. Down here I had a little issue. Started blowing through the cab corner and was kind of chasing it, but I think I got it filled for the most part. And now I'm gonna kind of tap this piece around with a hammer and try and get that tacked down best I can. And then we'll measure that and cut a piece and throw that in there. Then we'll be welding. But I'm not too worried about this cab corner being that thin, because I looked at the underside of it and it looks like there's plenty of metal behind it. There's just a little gap in between them. But yeah, I got it filled for the most part, and once it's all said and done, we'll sand it down, and there'll probably be a good amount of filler on this corner for sure. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. But I mean, this isn't gonna be a show truck or anything. It's just, I mean, it'll be nice, but it ain't gonna be show truck quality. But I mean, this is my first truck I've ever done stuff like this too, so this is pretty cool. And I like the way it's turning out so far. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm back. I got that all welded up. Same with that one. I took care of this thing. So I actually just beat it in with a hammer the best I could to get that to kind of lay in there. I got it welded, so I mean, it don't look that great, but it's not a little filler can't blend in, you know. So I mean, that's that. I got it. That's still drying. I got the other side painted, so it's still drying. And once that's good, we'll mock that up, get that welded in. Then we'll grind down the weld, see if we need to touch it up anywhere, and then probably throw some primer back on over it and just leave it for now until we get the rest of this thing all done. Then we'll just do a whole day of body work basically. So yeah, that's the game plan. Here we go, guys. Got it all welded up. I decided to put more plug welds on this one just because, I don't know, I want it to be stronger. I should have put more on that one, but I don't know. We'll see how it holds up, I guess. But this is pretty solid here. Didn't need anything on the back for that. All right, guys, threw some primer on it. Probably won't be touching this stuff for a while, so next up will probably be passenger floorboard. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit long, but I hope you guys stuck with it and watched the whole thing. It was a lot of work. Looks a lot better now. Stay tuned for the next one of the passenger floorboard. Thanks, guys.